First possible position is this. A person is a combination of a body and something else, a mind. But the crucial thing about this first view that we want to talk about is that the mind is thought of as something separate from and distinct from the body. So it's, well, to use a common enough word, it's a soul. So people are, or people have, or people consist of bodies and souls. The soul is something, as I say, distinct from the body. I take it the idea of the body is a familiar one. It's this lump of flesh and bone and muscle, you know, that's sitting here in front of you, and that each one of you sort of drags around with you. The sort of thing that, you know, we can put on a scale and prod with, you know, with a stick, and the biologists can study. Presumably made up of various kinds of molecules, atoms, and so forth. All right, so we've got the body, but on this first view, we also have something that's not body, something that's not a material object, something that's not composed of molecules and atoms. It's a soul. It's the house of, or the seat of, or the basis of consciousness and thinking, perhaps personality. But the crucial point for this view is that the proper metaphysical understanding of the mind is to think of it in non-physical terms, non-material terms. That, as I say, is the first basic view. I'm going to say something more about that view, a fair bit more about that view over the next couple of weeks. But first, let me sketch the other basic view. So this first view we can call the dualist view. Dualist, of course, because there's two basic components, the body and the soul. And although I may occasionally slip, I'm going to try to preserve the word soul. When I use the word soul, I'm going to have in mind this dualist view according to which the soul is something immaterial, non-physical. Some other kind, you know, the body is a material substance, the soul is an immaterial substance. That's the dualist view. The alternative view that we're going to consider is not dualist, but monist. It says there's one basic kind of thing, and only one basic kind of thing. There are bodies. So what's a person? A person is just a certain kind of material object. A person is just a body. Of course, it's a very fancy material object. It's a very amazing material object. That's what this second view says. The person is a body that can do things that most other material objects can't do. So on the monist view, which we'll call physicalism, because it says that what people just are these physical objects, on the physicalist view, a person is just a body that can, now you fill in the blank, all right? You point out the kinds of things that we can do. Well, we can talk, we can think, we can sing, we can write poetry, we can fall in love, we can be afraid, we can make plans, we can discover things about the universe. Well, according to the physicalist view, a person is just a body that can do all of those things, can reflect, can be rational, can communicate, can make plans, can fall in love, can write poetry. That's the physicalist view.